Good morning, Seoul, Korea. Now, how is your Wednesday morning going so far? I hope it's going well. Now, if you're at work or school right now, take a look around you, look at your colleagues or your friends for, a few seconds, and then try to figure out how they're feeling right now. Do you think they're happy? Are they feeling great? Because it is hump day today. A lot of people are probably complaining. It's still the middle of the week. Now, if you think that they're feeling gloomy for some reason, why don't you try to make their morning feel better and happier? Or at least try to make them feel better by just giving them positive vibes. Send a smile, a hug, a handshake, comment something positive, or maybe their outfit. Just be like, hey, look, that blue on your shirt brings out your eyes. Or look at the yellow on your pattern. It looks beautiful on you. Something that'll make their day so much brighter. You can also do little things such as holding doors for people or leaving a short note. Now, if they get a note, they'll definitely feel better, unless they're negative people. So what we got to try to do this morning is try to bring everybody up into a positive mind state. And the first song is the perfect song for that. That's Jason Derulo with It Girl. That was Jason Derulo with It Girl. And you guys are now tuning in to What's Poppin' with Brian Ju on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, how do you get in contact with us? It's pretty simple. All you got to do is send a text to sharp @ 1013 for a charge of 51. Hit us up on Kakao Talk, but if you do that or want to do that, you have to add TBS EFM as a plus friend and message us completely for free. And if you haven't already, the simplest way, please follow us on Twitter and tweet us away at TBS What's Poppin'. And we're live in the studio, and I want to hear from you guys, so please give us a call at 02-778-1013. And if you have a longer email, want to give us a shout out, have any questions at all, the address is efmpoppin@gmail.com. And if you're interested in a playlist, please come check out our website at tbsefm.soul.kr/EFM/What's Poppin'. But for now, word from our sponsors, which are Insador Plus, LGU Plus, Hwanin Pharmaceutical, and Coca-Cola. Alrighty, welcome back, guys. Now it's time for today's pick. Now, how much do you guys know about your own personalities? Now, knowing about your own personality and also your coworkers or maybe your friend's personality can help you build better careers and relationships between people because it tells you how to act or how you should act towards certain people. Now, according to research carried by Dr. Susan Dillinger, there are 5 basic personality types, and each type prefers a different basic shape. Now, to find out which shape you are, just look at the 5 basic geometric shapes and choose your favorite one. So I'm going to state them out and let you guys pick which one you are. And I overlooked this earlier and actually picked mine out. I'm actually more than one shape. So the 5 shapes are square, rectangle, a triangle, circle, and a squiggle. Yes, and a lot of people are probably thinking squiggles are shapes. According to this test, yes, it is. Now, you guys decide which shape you are, and I'll tell you each shape and what it stands for. Earlier, I chose rectangle and circle without reading it, of course. And surprisingly, it suits me. So for those of you who chose a square, that you guys are more organized, local, and hardworking people who like structure and rules. But sometimes you have trouble making decisions because you always want more information. Now, those of you who chose rectangles, you're a courageous, exciting explorer who always searches for ways to grow and change. You enjoy trying new things and love asking questions that never have been asked before. Now, triangles. You're born to be a leader who's competitive, confident, and decisive. So for those of you triangles out there who I did not choose that one, I should have. I wish I did. Alrighty, now here's another one I chose, a circle. Now you're a people person with lots of sympathy and consideration for others. You listen and communicate well and are very perceptive about feelings. You like harmony and hate making unpopular decisions. That sounds a lot like me with work. And last, squiggle. Yes, if you chose this, you're a creative person who's always thinking of new ways to do something new. But you think and don't think in a deliberate pattern from A, B to C. No, instead, you tend to jump around in your mind, going from A to M, then to X. In that order. Now, knowing about your personality is very important. So why don't you share this with your friends or your coworkers today when you have free time and find out a little bit more about them and let them know a little bit more about yourself. With that said, we have a perfect song to find out who you are. This is Jessie J with Who You Are. Yeah, that was Jessie J with Who You Are. And of course, you guys know she's a wonderful British singer with beautiful vocals. Now, the track is released as the 6th overall single from her debut studio album of the same name. Now, this song is a very personal song to the artist, as she said in an interview. As one of the writers of the song, Jessie wrote the song at the end of her lonely 3-month trip to Los Angeles when she was only 20 years old. Now, she had been moved from studio to studio with various producers. And lyrically, it's about being true to yourself. Now, she's saying, don't lose yourself in any situation that you're put in and just do the do. And that's why the song sounded so sentimental and touching. And when I listened to the song, it really did remind me of someone walking around alone, just trying to let everything go. And sometimes you feel that way. You feel like there's nothing to live for, and people just don't understand you. And you just feel like crying out and just screaming on the top of your lungs, saying, I want to get out of this life. And we all go through that. And sometimes I listen to this song when I get gloomy because, for me, it's therapeutic. When I'm in a bad mood or if I'm down and out, I listen to gloomy songs, sentimental songs, or even movies that can make me want to tear out and just spread out and just show my emotions. And surprisingly, you do feel a lot better. It's like shouting out internally instead of actually letting your voice speak out loud. Sometimes it feels good to just, soak it in and you feel a lot better. So try it out. If you guys are going through some rough times right now, listen to songs like Jessie J's Who You Are, or maybe watch a movie that'll make you tear up and you'll feel so much better afterwards. Anyways, we're going to move on and get out of the gloomy mode, of course. And, of course, next month, y'all know October is coming around the corner, which means Halloween's just around the corner. And what y'all do during Halloween, y'all ask for tricks or treats. And this is Khalees with Trick Me. Alrighty, yo, we're back from listening to Khalees's Trick Me. Now, Trick Me is a song released as a second single from her third studio album, Tasty, which came out in April of 2004. Now, with that said, I'm looking at her Twitter comments and we're blowing up, and we haven't read one yet today, so we're going to get into that right now. Baby Adisha just wrote, Morning Cutie Pie Brian G Music, I'm Baby from Indonesia. Can you say hello to BFF Indonesia? We missed you. Have a great time. TBS, what's poppin'? Well, thank you to all my Indonesian fans and all the BFFs in Indonesia. Miss you guys. Haven't been there for almost a year now, and every time I go, you guys treat me like family, so I can't wait to go back. Just a heads up, I might be there. Most likely I will be there in November. So hopefully everybody will come out and greet me when I do get there. Of course, we'll be there for Third Wave. For those of you who know about Third Wave, get ready for that. Also, Winnie Brian B just wrote, I would like to request Heartbreak Heard Around the World featuring T-Pain by Jacob Lattimore. Thank you. We'll keep that in mind for the second half, of course, because the first half we don't do requests, but we do take requests in advance, of course. Maki5 just wrote, good morning, Brian. Good luck slowly because some open studio and live radio broadcast fighting. Yes, we have our open studio today for those of you interested. Unfortunately, we do have a 100% cutoff, and I think we already have the 100%. More people came than 100 people, so we do have the cutoff. But I mean, you're more than welcome to lounge around the lobby and the parking lot, which a lot of fans do, and just mingle with the fans. And I love the fact that my fans become friends with each other and get to know each other and spend time with each other. And with that said, we're gonna wrap up the first half of our show. In the first half of our show, we have a great song for you guys. And we'll be back in part 2, of course. And you guys know it's Wednesday, which means we got Groovy Grooves, one of my favorite days of the week. With that said, we have the last song for the first half. It's Ephemerals with Life is Good. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'. You guys are now tuned into TBS efm 101.3 with your boy Brian Jew. And you guys guessed it all right. It is Wednesday, hump day, which means we got Groovy Grooves for your Wednesday morning, filled with smooth grooves of R&B and soulful music. Exactly. This is the music that's going to provide you with your daily dose of R&B. Yes, that good stuff. So stay tuned if you want to find out which songs we have set up for you guys. But for now, we have a word from our sponsors, which are Hanwha, Asiana Airlines, Haetaek Gangwon Pyeongchang-su. Welcome back to the second half, and now it's time for Groovy Grooves with your boy Brian Jew, where I play smooth grooves of R&B and great music, of course, soulful music for your soul. Now, our very first song for this segment is by a great artist, of course. And he's an American singer-songwriter, goes by the name of Lionel Richie. I know all you ladies out there from back in the day are probably driving your cars thinking, oh, I love me some Lionel Richie. Now, the track is included in the artist's 9th studio album, Just Go. And the song is featuring my man, Mr. Neo, on the backing vocals. And I think this is one of Lionel's, better songs for, I guess, the younger generation and the older generation. It's got a mix of both, the new vibe and the old vibe. And of course, you got, Neo on the track too as well. So it's a great song. Now the rhythm is just right, as well as the melody and the vocals. The artist sings that he found his true love and that one that makes him sing this love song to his loved one, of course. Now, listening to the song kind of makes me happy because it gives me hope that one day I got my true love coming into my life soon. So let's keep our fingers crossed for all you single people out there. This is for you. This is Lionel Richie with I'm in Love. Yes, Sophie826 just wrote, I love this song and I love you much more, Brian Jew. Thank you so much. Yes, once again, the song was Lionel Richie with I'm in Love. Great song. I gotta be honest, I've heard the song maybe 2 or 3 times in the past. It's one of those just, the songs you want to groove to when you're driving in the car. It's not the best feel-good song. Kinda has a feel-good vibe to it. But, it just, the lyrics are great. But, the beat, the melody, it's kinda, just chillax. Not feel-good, but chillax. That's my opinion on the song. But I still love it either way. We had Lionel Richie's vocals up on there, Neo's vocals up on there. Great combination, great duo on that track. Now moving on to our next artist, we got Miss Monica, and her song is called Stay or Go. Stay or Go is included in Monica's 6th studio album, Still Standing, which was released on March of 2010. And like Lionel Richie, Monica had also worked with Neo for this song. Now, Neo is one of the producers of the track, and recently, on this year of July, of course, Monica showed a snippet of a track that Missy Elliott produced, a song nicknamed I Love Him, through her official social media. So we know that's going to be happening. Now, Monica is currently in the studio working on her 8th album, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm hoping for something crazy. Hopefully not just ballads, but something with a beat, something you could dance to, especially for this cold season. Maybe a Christmas carol. Throw one of them in there, because Christmas is coming around. And after that, we got another great song from another great artist. He goes by the name of Frankie J. The song is called Still. So we got those songs back to back for you guys. Monica, Stay or Go, and Frankie J, Still. Yeah, we just got back from listening to Monica, Stay or Go, and Mr. Frankie J is Still back to back, of course. And the track is included in his 5th studio album called Priceless, which is released back in October of 2006. Now, I bet you girls were listening to the song and you guys fell in love with his vocals, because I ain't gonna lie, his vocals are butter. Yes, they are butter. They're that smooth. Or AKA, I would like to say, instead of butter, a lot of people use the word butter a lot for vocals, for being smooth. Since I live a different type of lifestyle with fitness, I'm gonna say his vocals are like olive oil. There you go. Now, the artist sings about letting someone go because you love them, which is something really hard to do, because a lot of people get in that situation and be like, you know what? I love you so much, but we're not right for each other, but I'm going to let you go because I care about you. You need to find that special somebody in your life that can treat you better than I can. And hopefully, fingers crossed, no one has to go through that situation where you love somebody so much, but you know they're not the one for you, but you can't let them go, but you have to. That's like the hardest thing to do. But like, you know what? I just have to let you go to better myself and for you as well, because I know you deserve someone better. With that said, we're going to go in some Twitter comments because we blowing up, of course. Let's see. We got one from Maliana just wrote, Brian Jew Music, the TBS What's Poppin' crew. Y'all need to go on a date, LOL. What do you mean? Like all of us? Like a group date? That's kind of weird. I guess because most of us on the show are single. Except for Joe. Of course, we know that Joe, our Tuesday guest, he's already in a relationship. He's in love. Let's see. We also have one from Brian Jew Canada. Gonna be awesome in Indonesia, November for Third Wave. Excited for you guys and the team. Yes, it's gonna be a fun time. Also, we had a text message earlier come in, and this one was from Yoon Jung. She wrote, last night I booked flight tickets to go to the USA for my own trip. And of course, it was not cheap, but never regret cause after this trip, I'll not be able to get a vacation for several years due to my job. 오빠 즐겁게 다녀올 수 있겠죠? 네, 겨울에 가는 거라 추울까봐 살짝 걱정은 되지만 기대돼요. And congratulations to Biju. Of course, that's my nickname, Biju, for opening up a flower shop. Well, thank you so much. You know what? Sometimes we need that break to go on a trip by yourself. Recently, I've done it. I've done it a few times in the past. Just to go and explore is such a fun thing to do. You don't always need your friends physically there, because you got, your social media, all that stuff to keep in touch with, emails. But when you travel around the world by yourself. You get to see things and experience things on your own, and it's a great experience. And I'm actually happy that you're going on this vacation if you can't go on vacations for several years in the future. So hope you have a great time in the U.S. Take lots of pictures and post them up for us to see here at What's Poppin'. But for now, we're going to get to a song request, and the song request is by Suki, a great song, and it fits today's mood, of course, because today's Groovy Grooves. We got Mr. Jay Sean with Where You Are. That was Jay Sean with Where You Are. And right now it is time to wrap up our show. But thank you guys for tuning in today on this wonderful hump day. For those of you tuning in right now, you might be thinking, it's not that wonderful. Well, I mean, today's weather's not too bad. I love the whole fact that it's getting a little bit chillier outside. Last night was great. It was a beautiful day. You know, just to go out for a walk and appreciate it before it gets too cold outside and starts snowing and getting all nasty outside. But before we go, we have a few announcements. The first one is, if you have an emergency or had one, you'd want the emergency services to reach you as quickly as possible. Now, every day, police, fire, and ambulance vehicles respond to urgent calls, and precious time lost getting there could mean the difference between life and death. So when you hear emergency vehicles, please, guys, pull over to the side if possible, make way, and wait for the emergency vehicle to pass fully. Check to make sure it's clear, and then signal before merging back into traffic lanes. And if you're in a situation where you need emergency assistance, please call the number 119 Emergency Center. And you'll initially be answered by an operator speaking Korean, but of course we have operators speaking English, Chinese, and Japanese on standby. So once again, the number for that is 119. And with that said, we're going to wrap up our show with the last song for our show. It's a request by Maliana, and it's Mr. Akon with Lonely. And once again, it's Brian Jew saying bye. Peace.